welcome to this online session. Today in this session we are going to discuss about the nervous system. So the content of nervous system are its major parts, that are brain, spinal cord, nerves, and after that reflex action, in which there are two subheadings: receptor organ, effector organ. So nervous system. So our nervous system is much complicated, that is highly complex, in which it coordinates its actions and all sensory information, as its name indicates, sensory information regarding our sense organs, okay, by transmitting signals to and from different parts of its body. So it coordinates all the actions by transmitting signals from and to different parts of its body. Our nervous system has three main parts, and what are that? The brain, the spinal cord, the nerves. So we have understood that nervous system is very complicated and it coordinates both parts, that is action as well as sensory information. Brain. The major part is brain. So brain is center of control. Brain is center of control, means it is principal organ of our body. It is where all the information regarding our surrounding, regarding our organs is collected and processed. It controls our entire body, our whole body, by sending and receiving messages through nerves. There are three major portions in brain, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. One of the major part of forebrain is cerebrum, main part of midbrain is cerebellum, and main portion of hindbrain is medulla. So cerebrum, as you all know that cerebrum is main and largest part of our brain. It is somewhat dome shaped in structure. It has roofs and folds that we call as crest and troughs, so that it can fit into the skull. Why it need to be fit into the skull? Because skull is bony structure that provide protection to our brain. As we have discussed in our previous video of skeletal and muscular system, it has bony structure, that is skull, that provide protection to our brain. What does brain do? It receives messages from sense organ and sends messages back about what has to be done. It is considered as center of learning, memory, intelligence and reasoning. So it is known as cerebrum. These are the functions of cerebrum. Now moving on next to cerebellum, that is major portion of our midbrain. It is somewhat X-shaped in structure, that is oval-like in structure, and it lies under the cerebrum. That means midbrain lies under the forebrain. That is cerebellum lies under the cerebrum. And what is the function of this part? This part is responsible for control and coordination of voluntary muscles. What do we mean by voluntary muscles? What are voluntary muscles? The muscles that are under our control, that can move according to our way, okay, that we can move, okay, that are voluntary muscles, like movement of our limbs. And one of the major of its functions are, it helps to balance the body. It balances the body while performing any physical activity and keeps our body in upright position. Upright means in balanced position, in a straight posture. So it helps in maintaining balance, as well as it helps in coordination of voluntary muscles. Now moving on next to medulla, that is known as brain stem. Why it is known as brain stem? Because it has a stem like structure, that is stem of plant, and it lies at the base of the brain, okay, and it connects brain to the spinal cord. Its major function is to control movement of involuntary muscles. What are involuntary muscles? That are not under our control. Muscles that are not under our control, that we cannot breathe according to ourselves, according to our need. We cannot blink our eyes according to our way. We cannot control our heartbeat even. That is why these are known as involuntary muscles. So voluntary muscles are controlled by cerebellum. Likewise, involuntary muscles are controlled by medulla oblongata, okay. Now spinal cord. It consists of 33 vertebrae. As we have discussed in our previous video of skeletal and muscular system, 33 vertebra, that is the constituent of spinal cord, and which makes these vertebrae are circular disc. These makes a column. In this column lies a bundle of thick rope-like nerves called spinal cord, and these nerves start from medulla and goes down to the end of spine. Nerves from this spinal cord are spread all over the body, and messages travel to and fro between brain and rest of the body through the spinal cord. So spinal cord is act as mid part through which messages moves to and fro from brain to spinal cord to all the body parts. So it provides a major function. Now nerves. What are nerves? Nerves are like wires. That means wires that links the whole body. That links the whole body to the brain. They are made up of nerve cells that are known as neuron. 3 types of nerves. First one is sensory nerves. What are sensory nerves? As the name indicates, the nerves that are connected to sense organ are known as sensory nerves, and it carries information from all 5 sense organs that we are having: eyes, nose, ears, tongues and skin. It carries information from sense organs. Okay. Now motor nerves, it carries information from brain to our muscles or organs and make them move. That is, after receiving information from sense organs, sensory nerves send it to brain, and from brain motor nerves order our muscles to act accordingly. Mixed nerves, and this is the most important nerves, as its name indicates, mixed nerves. These are function of both. They can do function of both sensory nerves as well as motor nerves. Means they carry information from sensory nerves and they bring back information to motor nerves from brain. Okay. These nerves perform both the functions, that is, they carry messages from a spinal cord to brain and bring back signals from brain too. And the one major point, the same nerve fiber never perform both the tasks. Means they can never perform both the tasks by taking away of messages and reverting it back to the effector organ. The same nerve fiber will never do both the tasks. Now, function of nerves. Suppose if any in this diagram, as you know, the girl is eating chili, so its sense organ is tongue. From this, that disturbance will be travel to mixed nerve, and then mixed nerve will carry it to brain, and after that, after interpreting, the information will come back to motor nerves, and motor nerves will order our muscles to move. That is, the girl is crying, that is effector organ, that is the effect of green chili. So these 3 nerves, these 3 types of nerves are involved in this process. Now reflex action. What is reflex action? Reflex means some actions are very fast, very sudden. We can't think about what do we call it? We can't think about a second, microsecond, millisecond to perform such actions that are known as reflex action. We can't act accordingly. We can't act by thinking. We have to act without thinking. That is quite sudden. And reflex action are controlled by spinal cord. Okay, as you have seen in this above flow chart, there is a stimulus heat, and heat is received by receptors in skin of hand. The stimulus, that is a type of disturbance, and then sensory neurons will carry it to spinal cord, and from spinal cord motor neurons will carry it to effector organ, that is muscles of our arm, and that is response, that is lifting of hand. So if we feel any suppose if we touch by mistake any hot thing, then we suddenly lift out our hand. That is reflex action. So these are not controlled by brain, these are controlled by spinal cord. Now when our receptor organ, that is sensory organ, detect any change in our environment, that may be external, that may be internal, and then sensory nerves send a message to spinal cord. Spinal cord orders the motor nerve, and motor nerves order muscle of effector organ to act accordingly. So this is all about reflex action, and this was something about our nervous system. So I think you all have understood it. Thank you. I think this video will help you to make concepts regarding nervous system.